Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, the First Lady, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, our boy and your family, fellow mourners, God is good. And all the time, yes, as you've heard, I've been asked to speak on behalf of the family. And I think it's only appropriate that I show that family first, so you know who I'm talking on behalf of. First, I would like to ask Mama Collymore, Bob's mom, to just stand up and wave at the congregation if you feel strong enough. That's Mama Collymore. Our boy's mom, Professor Jerry Wamai. Bob's sister, please wave. And our boy's brother, Kanyere. And then I'll ask the rest of the family, the Kamirus and the Wamais, to please just stand up and wave so people know you are here. Those are our boys' aunties and uncles. I read some of his son-in-law's words, and they resonate. He told me, we are all going to die. Nobody will remember me for dying. But I want to do something with the rest of my life that people will remember me with. And we know with his family, he did many things in the time that was left. I decided to mention that because I'm sure a lot of know Wambui as Wambui Kamiru, and very few of you know who Kamiru was. He succumbed in the year 2007, and in one of our last conversations, he told me, Kongo, I'm going, and I want you to look after my young family. Anytime they need you to study with them, please be there. And I promise to do that, and that's why I'm studying here today. So, same reason, when Bob Collymore came calling, looking for a boy's hand in marriage, it's me he encountered. He didn't have a choice. And as you've heard, Collymore was an articulate man in plan and execution. And this occasion was no exception. He put up a team which he thought were the best negotiators in town. And he was not mistaken. That team was led by none other, by the then Attorney General, Professor Gedhu Muigai. A professor and an Attorney General, no less. And they came to our home. Of course, Gedhu Muigai, because of the connotations of our name, Kongo Muigai, Gedhu Muigai, tried to intimidate me to call him father. I agreed, but that didn't help him. He tried to pull rank as the Attorney General. That didn't wash. And they realized they have come up against a seasoned dowry bargainer. And of course, I was quick to remind him about his son's 7-figure salary. And things didn't help because his deputy was Joshua Oigara, the CEO of KCB. And I told him I believe he could open the KCB votes on a Saturday afternoon. So we had a nice afternoon. Bob, of course, was very worried. He had no idea what was going on. But the beauty about it is he kept on telling Professor, whatever they want, just do it. Fortunately, I could understand. But eventually, with us, that is just the banter. Otherwise, we have the limits, we have what's laid down. You can't ask for more than what's allowed. But of course, you gain by putting penalties and fines, real and imagined. And with us who come from the coffee growing areas, when the coffee ripens, it's time to pick the coffee, and that was my time to pick the coffee. Eventually, when I told Bob Collymore, I have consented, and I gave him our boy's hand in marriage. The man lit up like a Christmas tree. You know that toothy smile of his? He smiled for a whole straight hour. He was over the moon. And I must say, between me and Mama Wambui, from that day, we have never regretted giving our beautiful daughter to Bob. He looked after her, he adored her, he loved her, he protected her. We were so happy. And that love overflowed to the rest of the family. And Bob was a great, great family man. Some of you will describe Bob in his corporate role, the captain of the captains. But once Bob drove into his compound, you would not recognize him. He becomes this playful, jocular, happy man, joking with his wife. He would go on his force to give the children a giddy up. And those corporate fellows, if you found Bob in his house, you wouldn't recognize him. We have always been grateful for him. And as we traveled this journey with our boy, we really felt for her. So today we remember him as a great man. And his character, he will pass it on for generations. And that's what he meant when he said, we are all going to die. What will be remembered is what you do, not that you died. So, Abui, my girl, you've been widowed young, and I'm sure you're going to seek answers to that. Seek them in the Lord. Don't seek them elsewhere. God says he's the husband of the widows, and he comes to visit them. Every time he visits you, ask him your questions. In the fullness of time, he will give you answers.